Another beautiful Saturday on the AT. You are here at the Rockfish Gap, and this red line is the Appalachian Trail. And what we're going to do today is go from Rockfish Gap up all the way up this little line going south, check out the Paul Wolfe Shelter, and see all the sights, see all the sounds, I will smell the smells. You will not. We haven't gotten there yet in technology, but gonna take a little walk today. Gonna be bear alert. Gonna be alert and present. But yeah, here we go. So this is a pretty tame section of the AT here in Central Virginia. It is March 14th at the time of filming. Everything's starting to bloom, getting an early spring. Things are turning from gray to green, and the world in this part of the world is reawakening, and things are coming back to life. Even though just 2 days ago, we got some snow here, and it's been quite cold. Today's about 60 degrees, but 2 days ago, blowing snow, ice, didn't stick around long, and now today, 2 days later, here we are looking at this. Tis the way of Virginia. This is quite an easy section of the AT from Rockfish to the Paul Wolfe Shelter. It's good. A lot of runners. You know, a lot of people come out here, get their jog on, get their day hike on, get their think on, get their commune with nature on. And right up here is the parkway, which is currently closed due to all of the ice and down trees, because along with that ice storm came a lot of wind, knocking down trees and causing general chaos up here. But today, nice day. And on this little section, I think it's 4 miles from Rockfish to the shelter one way, 4 miles back, obviously. And there's an abandoned old house. It's like called the I don't know, we'll see. I can't remember the name. But there's a house, and then, or what's left of a house, and then there is a family cemetery. And I do remember the name of that. It's the Low Family Cemetery. So we'll pass that. Some fun to be had. And it is windy here today, so hopefully that doesn't fuck up the sound. Just got this microphone. Yeah. encountering the first stream. Still water, plenty of water here lately in the area because of all the snow. Crisp, clean mountain water. Let's see what we got. Probably pretty cold. Of course it's cold. Oof. That was kind of magical. There's a woodpecker going bonky. Right on cue. The forest is awake. The forest is always alive. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't know if you can hear that on this microphone, but there's two woodpeckers, one to my right and one to my left. One's closer than the other, but what a time to be alive. Encountering our first little hill here. No problem for us though. We're seasoned. We are built for the task. Calves of steel. But like I said, this is a pretty tame section of the AT. Not too many big dips, but still enough to get out of breath. Whew. Approaching our second stream crossing. This one's bigger. There is some type of large machinery in the distance making a lot of noise. I don't know if you could hear that, but I assume they are chopping logs off the road, sawing logs, literally. Serenity. Oh, damn, I just stubbed my toe. Ah, fuck. Oh. Moving up one of the more substantial hills, I am out of breath for two reasons. I feel like one, because this is cardio, and two, I ate an entire large pizza with dessert to myself last night. So I'm happy to be burning off those calories. The acid indigestion I felt in the middle of the night was unparalleled. And to top it off, I ate that whole pizza and then went to brush my teeth and accidentally brushed my teeth for 2 seconds with sunscreen instead of toothpaste, because both of the tubes are the same color blue. So, you know, that was fun. So as we look at these serene views, pardon my heavy breathing. Maybe I could edit that out if I knew how to do that. We're still getting used to the equipment here. Just got this camera a couple weeks ago, just got the microphone 2 weeks ago. Still figuring it out. But check that view out. And we have gone 1.7 miles so far. Another stream crossing. Hopefully this wind, like I said, doesn't fuck up the microphone, but it'd be really cool to see a black bear today. I always think it's a good omen in the spring to see a black bear rummaging around for berries or, you know, waking up from hibernation. And a lot of people, you know, they always cite the bears. They're like, oh, you hike a lot, what about bears? And it's like, they're here, but like I've seen them many times, and all but one have like barreled away from me when they've seen me on the trail and they hear me or they smell me. I have never seen an animal run faster through the forest as a black bear when it spots a hiker or something. They haul ass away from the perceived threat. It's just amazing how quickly they can move through all of this stuff. Granted, I would never want that coming towards me in an aggressive manner, and because they really know how to move. But the one time that I saw a black bear that didn't move was in the Shenandoah National Park, and I was camping. And the Shenandoah National Park is actually right there. That's the southernmost end. But I was camping, and this particular bear, we'd been, you know, there were signs about him. He was a campground bear, very used to people, and I was hiking around the campground, like around the outskirts of the campground, actually on the AT, heading back to camp. And I noticed there was a berry bush of some sort, and the bear was just on the trail eating the berries. And I clapped, made a bunch of noise, and this dude just stared at me. And I was like, uh-oh. And so I sat there and stared at it for a while, made a bunch of noise, and it just kind of, very relaxed, like stepped off the trail into the bushes. And it was a solid probably 12 miles back if I were to make a U-turn and try to go around this guy. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna go right past him. Hopefully he's not too close to the trail. And so as I was passing the berry bush, his face, I looked over as I was passing it, his face was probably right there to where that tree is, and he was just staring at me. And that shook me quite deeply because I didn't know whether he was gonna lunge out or whatever, but obviously he didn't do anything. But that was a very primal fear that was unlocked in me that I'd never had before, where I was like, this thing is the size of like a very large dog and it could fuck me up, and I knew it. So I made a bunch of noise, on my way away from him, and I didn't see him again. But yeah. But on the most part, black bears are just, funny little critters that just go hauling complete ass away from the threat. And I love those little guys. They are special to see. And I would hope I see one today. Probably not though. I still feel like with the snow, it's still a little early, but you never know. Whew, out of breath. Pizza boy, weighed down. So this is pretty much the sweet spot as far as hiking goes in this area. Often in the deep winter, January and February, it's hard to actually get up here. The roads will, hold on, just crossed something. That's 3 miles, so getting close. But yeah, deep winter, it's often not possible to get up here via vehicle. The roads are shut down, ice, and you don't really want to be hiking with ice, above you. A branch like that comes crashing down on your head loaded with ice might equal a bad time. But and then the fall is good too, but this time of year, March, April, May, the light is on your side and the insect factor hasn't been introduced yet, because summer is great, but the wildlife gets slightly just annoyingly gnarly. Like there are these little cluster bugs that I guess they're gnats or little flies or something, but they go, they stay right here in front of your face. They'll swarm around your head and just, you'll hike with them getting in your ears and your eyes, and it's just like that. So those guys can be a nuisance, harmless, but quite annoying. And then the real problem is ticks. We have those deer ticks, and you get one of them bad boys latched onto you in a place where the sun don't shine, and all of a sudden you got Lyme's disease. So gotta be careful. But right now we're in the present sweet spot. Love it. Here's a UFO rock. Looks like a flying saucer. at the remnants of an old home called the W.J. Mayo Home Place. Let's check it out. So all that's really left is just the perimeter of the foundation. Be cool to see what it looked like in its prime and who W.J. Mayo was. Life out here must have been difficult to survive, right? Just on the side of this mountain. There are plenty of creeks, I assume, that would still be there in this time. But still, I mean, a lot harder than today, that's for sure. Pretty stupid statement there, but you know what I mean. Have to do a little digging on who W.J. Mayo was and what he was doing out here. Assuming it's a man. And we are approaching now the Great Whale Rock that resembles our friends in the ocean, blue whale. So here is the Lowe Family Cemetery, and we are 4.1 miles from the start. So I'm going to respectfully make my way through here. Gravestones, unmarked. Another one. Got some daisy or flowers blooming. So this one does have something carved on it that definitely says Lowe, MXC, MXO maybe. So there's some more back there. So obviously a older family cemetery that will require some kind of research as well. But the Lowe Family Cemetery. And with that, I would say now, I believe we're quite close to the switchbacks that begin the descent to the Paul Wolfe Shelter. So getting close. And I've been hiking for 1 hour and 47 minutes, but you know, took some breaks. So as we begin the switchbacks, this mountain right here, as far as I believe, or I think it's Dobie Mountain, I think. And the Wintergreen Ski Resort is right beyond that, and then beyond, oh man, it scared me, the guy scared me. Oh. Hey, how you doing?
Good day.
Yeah, gorgeous, enjoy.
You too.
So that scared me. That's the second time that's happened. But so yeah, Dobie Mountain, and then beyond that is Wintergreen Ski Resort, and then beyond that is Three Ridges Wilderness, and that is a personal favorite of mine in Central Virginia. It's quite a challenging hike, but it's got everything. Still part of the AT. But there's another trail that forms a loop off of the AT in the Three Ridges Wilderness. That's a 14-mile loop that is a gem. So that is just beyond that mountain. But as we begin the descent down to the Paul Wolfe Shelter. Man, that guy scared me. There's just something about like being in your own world and then seeing out of the corner of your eye just some figure running towards you. But, you know. On the way down now. A better view of Dobie Mountain. There's a plane crash somewhere in there. Seen it before, but we'll go there one day when the parkway opens up and I can get there. Yeah, a guy flew a Cessna. Windy. A guy flew a Cessna right into the side of the mountain in some fog. Let me get through this wind. So we've made it to the Paul Wolfe Shelter off of the Appalachian Trail. So there's definitely somebody's tent here that doesn't look like, yeah, whoops. Just check it out. The picnic table. Okay, there's some stuff. Somebody's here. Let's see. Some type of something. Somebody's clothes. And then a bunch of, a vape. A bunch of lighters. Nalgene. Kind of weird. And then some bows, I guess. Yeah, that's slightly strange. Maybe it's just trash that people have picked up. Take a look in the shelter log here in a second. But shelter log 2026. But yeah, you can put your tent, sleeping bag, whatever up here, get up off the ground, because these places definitely have mice. Yeah, the shelter. D-Raw was here. What's up, D-Raw? Hutch. And one of the best parts about this place is the water down here. So we'll take a gander at the water. Got a nice place for a fire at night. All kinds of ample space for camping and hammocking and just resting if you're through hiking the AT, or if you're like me, just coming out for the day and just being out in the sunshine, nature, enjoying the day, enjoying life. Just tons of water, tons of little waterfalls. Very cool area. It's another little gathering place right here. Have a nice little fire, a couple chats, maybe a pull from the old bottle, maybe hit that vape that's laying in the back of the shelter there. Who knows, whatever. Lovely. Back up at the shelter now. Let's check out what we got in the log. Let's see. Immediately, Bob Weir, rest in peace, indeed. January 22, heavy snow and ice on January 24th, 5 to 10 inches. Followed by near 0 degree nights. Came to feel dirt beneath my boots. Wintergreen. Wintergreen Fire and Rescue assisting hiker out from shelter to find supplies and housing in town until conditions improve. Please leave belongings as is so he may return after and continue journey. Love and power. Wow. I'm not going to read everybody's business, but these are, oh, that's not much. So it's early in the season because it is early in the hiking season, so we only got three pages. Sorry, I get distracted. I live. Indeed. Go ahead and put that back. And that about wraps up today's mission. Point of this video, we did it. We came, we set out to do something, we conquered. So now I'm gonna make my way back, and yeah, until the next time when here we go again.